about my particular presentation at ASRS is essentially an elaboration of the entire results. It's a post-hoc analysis of the entire results, looking at subgroup analysis within the entire 1,000 people. And this presentation, we're looking at, for example, baseline visual acuity. If we stratify all the population, all the patients based on the starting vision, would that be different? Would those three arms act any differently? And they don't. No matter where you start your vision, very good vision, intermediate vision, very poor vision at the beginning at your baseline, the three arms fare similarly. That goes through for your standard OCT measurements. If your OCT measurement is very thick, more than 400 microns or less than 400 microns, the entire population with the three groups, they fare similarly. Same for a race, for example, because the study was also part of it is done in Asia, in Japan and China. The question was that you have patients with PCV, polypoidal choroidovasculopathy, would they respond differently to higher dose of aflibercept? And they don't. Asian population or white versus non-white, they do the same in terms of all three groups. They kind of act the same. So we looked at those sort of stratifications and baseline characteristics, vision, race, and sort of central subfoveal thickness of the OCT, and all three arms, they did similarly. Same for the entire population. I think there are definitely other chapters to be written here. First of all, the study is really for 2 years. This is just 1 year results of it, so we're not done quite yet. But this is definitely a very promising results. And the good thing about aflibercept is that we are familiar with this drug for quite a number of years. We've been using it as a 2 milligram dose for many years, and the side effect profile is reassuring. You know, it's considered a safe drug to begin with. So we're not going to have major surprises in terms of side effects, intraocular inflammation, and things like that. If we can have the higher dose also administered with reasonable side effect profile, that would be good. The dose of injection dose in this one is 0.07 milliliters, which is or 70 microliters, which is slightly higher than the standard 50 microliters we inject for regular injection. So the volume is a little bit more. There hasn't been signals for concern regarding intraocular pressure rise, but that has been a concern that's been brought up repeatedly, and they seem to be okay. But in terms of inflammation, infection, things like that, we haven't had any major signals yet, thankfully. And it's expected because it's a known drug.